Hey, what's happening, Bat Fam? And we have an update in Batman, the CAPED Crusader animated series, as acclaimed comics author Ed Brubaker joins the team. More right after this. It feels like it's been months after the announcement of Batman the Caped Crusader, but finally we have some more information on the upcoming HBOMax and Cartoon Network series. Now, the award-winning animated veteran Bruce Timm will be working with, of course, J.J. Abrams and Matt Reeves to create a spiritual successor to Batman the Animated Series. Although this will be more of a modern take, which some of that makes me a little bit nervous. But the writing staff that they have involved with this will be led by Brubaker himself. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, he is the creator of The Winter Soldier. He also was a very key DC Comics vet back in the early 2000s. He worked on Catwoman along with, I believe it's Crook, who helped redesign Catwoman in the early 2000s. He also had a hand in a very popular comic book called Gotham Central, which I was a subscriber of back when you could actually subscribe to DC content. I would have Gotham Central come, the Nightwing books, I had the Robin books, I had the Batman books, not so much the Justice League, but I loved Gotham Central. They were basically street-level police stories from, Commissioner Gordon and his team's point of view, and they were written by this guy. Now, if you don't know this or not, this man was actually inspired by Batman the Animated Series to write. He was just enthralled by so many of the popular episodes from the animated series. And now he gets the chance to work with Bruce Timm and company. What makes me feel so relieved is that we have a talented writer like this guy handling the next alliteration of the Batman animated series, in a sense. Now, we don't know if Kevin's involved or anything like that, but at least the writing team is not something to really to fear. These are people that understand the characters, they understand the world that this is going to be. It's going to be set in the past, but also it's going to have nuances of modern stuff like we saw in the animated series, which, yeah, it took place, it looked like in the 50s or the 40s, but it had computers, they had television, they had gadgets and all kinds of stuff that really wasn't available in the 1950s. But the dark deku style and just so much to love about the animated series that made it timeless. And even though we don't know the cast involved with this series yet, the fact that the writing team is something that is very impressive has me I kind of drooling. James Tucker is also going to be involved, another animated series alumni. And I'm just, wow, I don't know what to say. I'm just pretty impressed by this. I was kind of worried when, they didn't have any new information to share about what was going on with the upcoming animated series of the Caped Crusader. So the fact that they have the creator of the Winter Soldier coming on is just really interesting to me. Little fun fact for you guys. Did you know that the Winter Soldier actually debuted 30 days before Red Hood made his first appearance? Jason Todd's revival was actually a pretty big thing that was going on in the industry. And then Ed beat DC to the punch by actually having Winter Soldier appear. The first time that Jason Todd was teased was a few months earlier, where he was literally Clayface and not really Jason Todd. And then, of course, the Jason Todd reveal was later on. But, yeah, Ed beat DC to the punch, and then not long after that, he would end up working more with DC, which is awesome. If you haven't gotten the chance or not, I would recommend that you read Gotham Central, that you also pick up the Gotham Knights books from the 2000s, because you're going to see a lot of that style and writing probably in the next version of the animated series. And I'm just very excited to see more of that point of view from, Jim Gordon and his team, which we got in a couple episodes of the animated series. One key episode I could think of, I don't remember the writer, but in the animated series you had, from the police point of view, Detective Bullock, the Rookie, and you had, what's her name? The lady who became the Question, Montoya. And it was told from their perspective what they thought about Batman in this heist that they were breaking up, like the organized crime guys, and Batman showed up and saved everybody's butt, and they all had a different take on the story. and they were all in trouble for kind of like blowing the collar, so to speak. And most of the episode takes place where you have, like, I guess he's like the DA or the sergeant. He's grueling all three of Bullock and the Rookie and Montoya, and it was a fantastic episode. So if we get more of that in the upcoming CAPED Crusader, I don't think we have much to worry about. The art style that we've seen, that they keep dropping stuff, it still doesn't really impress me all that much. I'm not a huge fan of the first appearance Batman suit. I don't like the ears that are like that. The suit itself, to me, looks kind of like ridiculous. It looks like you could get it at a costume shop. Never a fan of the purple gloves. It just, I don't know, it doesn't really work with the suit. I like what they did with that one New 52 0-year storyline where the Riddler took over, and they kind of explained why Batman's wearing the purple gloves. Purple gloves, to me, always felt like kind of a stupid thing, but they actually have a purpose in the New 52, like, you know, relaunch of Batman. So it was interesting. So yeah, I'm not sold, particularly on the ears. I know they tried to make them look more like bat-like and stuff like that, but still, I'm just not a super fan of that. But that's just me nitpicking. I mean, there's tons of different interpretations of Batman over the years, but for me, it just, I don't know, it's not really a huge plus that I'm looking forward to. It's kind of like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the ears. Just like I don't like the ears in the Matt Reeves Batman movie. But, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Still, this is a big win. Now I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about Ed Brubaker, the Winter Soldier creator and author behind some amazing DC books such as Gotham Central, Catwoman, and some other very popular Batman stories back in the day? I think that this is actually going to be something good, and it's nice to actually report on some good news for once for DC Comics, because, you know, it's been doom and gloom for quite a bit. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm excited. I really think that this is going to be a good thing, and I think that when you have good writers, you're able to keep, like, a lot of other people in check, because usually people follow what the writers do. They set the tone, and if the writing staff is all over the place, like in Batwoman, for instance, then you're going to have a crappy show. If you have amazing talent in the writing room at the get-go, that's what made the animated series a success. You had Paul Dini, you had Bruce Timm, you had different DC Comics people coming in and writing. You had lots of new talent from so many things that ended up going into Spider-Man and X-Men and Batman Beyond and Superman the Animated Series. A lot of them got their start on Batman the Animated Series. So when you have good storytelling, you make great episodes. When you have garbage storytelling, you make terrible episodes. It all starts in the writing room. And right now, let's give this man a standing ovation, because he knows how to write, he knows how to tell Batman stories, and this is exactly who we need writing the Gotham Knights show, because he actually guest starred and wrote some of the Gotham Knights books. So, yeah, I mean, I see nothing but winning with this. But anyway, people, that's going to do it for today's little news story. I know a lot of you were waiting for my complete Ben Affleck script story. That is in heavy development. I want to make that the best video I can. I want to incorporate clips from Arkham Origins and some of Ben Affleck's fighting scenes from his different, like, appearances as Batman. Some Suicide Squad stuff, some pictures, taking, like, awesome pictures of Slade and Batman and showcasing some stuff, because I kind of see this as like a passion project, like I did the Nightfall ending explained, like what happened to Batman, how he survived Nolan style. And that video took me at least a full month to put together. So this video is probably going to take me about a month to put together, because I stream for like 7 hours a day, and then I only have like a little bit of time in between to, you know, make these videos. So, but I hope you guys will look forward to it. I'm very excited about the future of CAPED Crusader, and I'm also looking into the radio silence of the Gotham Knights video game and what's going on. So I'll have an update for you guys hopefully by February. But anyway, thanks so much for listening to another news here on the O1 channel, your #1 source for all things Batman, the Dark Knight in film, animation, TV, video games, and occasionally comics. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. Thanks so much for listening. See you, Gothamites.